Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the stream. I am on so early because I have a very busy day. And if I started at 10, then I would probably have all of, say, I don't know, maybe 30-45 minutes to stream. So I am starting a little bit earlier this morning. That way I can hang out with you guys longer. So we have our chronos up going inside of the corner. That is good to go. Got the stream. Everything should be good. And then we can jump into it. So there's a few things that I was debating on doing. I need to finish a time lapse. So maybe we'll start off with that. And then I was also doing some admin stuff down here because our lava was getting a little low. I'm not quite sure how much is in there now because I just AFK'd for a little bit, but hopefully it should be better than it was. And I'll just come down here and AFK a little bit later. You guys have no idea how much this bothers me. Okay, can you see? Yeah, kinda. Let's see. If I go into my inventory, it probably is going to make my little cursor go away. Yeah, you can't really see my my cursor. Anyways, if you look down at my hotbar where the shulker box is, that little like line of pixels, I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's a Mojang thing or like a texture pack thing, but it's that has driven me crazy for the past, well, however long it's been like that. I think I started doing that in like 1.20, maybe? Well, let's check this lava level real quick. Yep, still low. That's what happens whenever you have a metric butt ton of storage, I suppose. Yeah, I'm gonna need my AFK dude for the camera account, so probably not going to AFK there. Maybe here in a little bit. I have a doctor's appointment, which is going to be cutting my stream short. I have to be there at like 11:45, so I'll be like I said, cutting the stream short. Some of the things that I thought about doing was stocking the factory, which isn't the funnest thing. That would be more or less something where we would just kind of do some grindy, tedious tasks, and then potentially just sit there and grind out a bunch of stuff that is repetitive. Sounds like a ton of fun. Done with this. Oh no, I need all my carrots, please. Nope. No, boy, we already broke it. We're not even 2 seconds into this live stream and we're already breaking stuff. Yeah, I should have enough room. Let me put my boots back on. So I'm going to be releasing a tutorial for that lava farm soon because it's so wonderful. It really is. That thing is such a pleasure to use. It never breaks. It's never broken. At least not any that I'm aware of. Oh wow, I got to get used to this new braking speed for these pistons. This is so wonderful. So, yeah, I'm going to be releasing that one soon. Amazing, absolutely amazing farm. I really enjoyed building it and designing it, and it just works so good, and you get so much lava, and especially if you put it in an area that you're at often, it will fill up all of the cauldrons, and then you can literally get, I think there's like 584 buckets in there, or 584 cauldrons, so you could literally get 584 cauldrons if you have all of the cauldrons filled up within like a minute. So all that thing has to do is like make a full rotation, and then after that it puts out like probably, I don't know, if I had to guess, 20 or 30 lava buckets a minute. I mean, it's fast, really fast. So I'm basically removing my little TNT dropper system. And that's empty. Wonderful. And bye-bye, dropper. See ya later. Get this picked up, y'all. And we're gonna do, like I said, a little bit of time lapse. So if you guys are not content creators, which I know the vast majority of you guys probably are not, then I'll try to do like a little insight on what goes into making a time lapse and how it all works, which should be pretty interesting for y'all. Gigi says it's so easy to use also. Yes, as long as you don't forget your boots. That's the only caveat to it. Due to the way that the game is programmed for, what is it? It's the, Depth Strider. The Depth Strider. Due to how that's programmed to work, if you have Depth Strider, you have to take your boots off. Which is not a big deal at all. However, oh. Ah! No! Save me! Sorry, quite small freak out there. The small caveat is, like I said, you have to take the boots off. Not a big deal, unless you forget to do it. Then you're like, why isn't this thing working? Why can't RS Built design a decent farm? What the heck? So if you're just joining and you don't know what this big hole is, essentially I'm putting in another shop. And this shop's going to be kind of cool. I'm going to have to level all of this down. You know, this might take up the vast majority of the live stream, to be fair. Then I'm going to time lapse it. And then, like I said, show you guys a little bit of insight for that. There is a few things that have changed on the server. So as far as like the content creator tools that we have, you used to be able to jump on the bed. You can't do that anymore. It won't pass the time. Unless you have a block to where you're stepped up above the bed. So you would put it here. Instead, be slightly over the bed, and then you could jump over, and that's still going to fast forward time. I also did kind of add a little bit of speed to the fast forwarding as well. And then the reason why I did this is because we switched over to the vanilla one-person sleep instead of the command blocks like we were using. And it seems like it's working really well. I did leave the weather control device on because we did try to switch back over to the default Minecraft weather, and it's completely booty. It's horrible. Completely horrible. Constantly rains. Always thunderstorming. You go to record a clip, and right in the middle of it, you get a crack of lightning. And it didn't take long for us just to go back over to the regular way that I had it set up, where the weather cycle's off and then it's just controlled by my weather control system. And of course, if you're interested in all of that, it's on my channel. I explain how to do it, explain how to set it up, and there's even a pack that you can download and make it real easy on yourself. As far as like spectator and stuff, still have the same spectator. You can jump into spectator mode, jump out of spectator mode with the crafting table. So all of that remained the same. It just essentially all got changed due to the one-person sleep. So everything that was associated with the one-person sleep kind of got tweaked a little bit. With that being said, we also have one new member, and we're about to have a second new member if everything goes properly. So keep up to date on the YouTube postings with Project Bedrock using the Project Bedrock tag, and you'll be able to see those new content creators. The first one is Sanobe, I believe, if I'm saying that correctly. And the second one is Adequate. Let me find him real quick. I think Gigi might have to correct me. I think his gamer tag. Let me get to the proper Discord real quick. I don't think his gamer tag is the same on Discord. Is it merely Adequate? Okay. I wasn't sure if that... Okay. I wasn't sure if that was his gamer tag or not. So I think he just goes by Adequate, maybe? I'm not 100% sure. Any which way, make sure that you are following the whole Project Bedrock gang. That way you don't miss any of those new members. These members that we just added, they are current content creators. And they are pretty talented from what I've seen. So we're really excited to have them aboard. And a big welcome to the team for both of them. So as far as this goes, we need to probably mark out a circle. I think before we do that, we're going to need to start time lapsing. Let me make sure that I have enough. Yes, got 261 gigabytes. That should be enough. Let me go ahead and get. I have so much stuff opened. So much stuff opened on my computer. It's so bad. Okay, that can be exited. That can be exited. Okay, now that we actually return to the desktop, let's get the second account in here. That way we can start a time lapse. And essentially what I need to do is carve this back. Yes, you've been AFK for, well, ever since I got on here. I said hello to you a little bit ago. Oh, that was, whenever I was here before. Okay, let's get Minecraft going. I'm trying to think the best way of doing this. The best way of doing it would probably be to run OBS in parallel. And yes, my PC is going to hate me. But that's why I built a powerhouse, so it can do stuff like this. Failed to authenticate with Twitch. Oh, nobody cares. All I want to do is do a display capture. Display not connected. Of course it's connected. I'm looking at it. Okay, perfect. Wonderful. Desktop audio. Yeah. Maybe, can I change? If I do this. Hold on, guys. I just want to get this figured out real quick. Window, BlueStacks app player. Microsoft Media Player. No, I don't even know why that's open. BlueStacks. Title must match. I don't know why this thing never wants to, like, link to the window. Okay, let's just keep it simple. Use the KISS principle. And I'll just do a window capture. If it works, of course. There we go. Hopefully I don't get blown up by a creeper out here. Oh. Well, I clicked the wrong button. And I think that I probably just streamed a little bit to Twitch. Hope they enjoy that 2-second video. Alright, so let's open this up because this is a lot less picky being on BlueStacks than actually having the Windows 10, because Windows 10 always wants to crash. Let's get Slobs back opened up. And if we look at our other screen here, I should have a preset for it. Yes, this one here, and then we can just change this to my other monitor, which should be this one. Yes. And then we have BlueStacks over here, which, yeah, the texture pack's a little messed up from the Foxy No-Tell cam. But we should be able to probably, it's probably going to teleport to GG. So, teleport to closest player. Oh no, what do you know? It actually worked correctly. Man, I wonder where GG's at. And then let's put ourselves into trusted mode, where we can Now record for our time lapse. And the first thing that I need to do, a lot of the time lapse before you actually do it is pre-planning. So you can't just like set up your cameras and go. You have to kind of consider what you're doing. And this kind of comes with like learning how to do it and experience doing it, trial and error. And I don't know why. Is that my joystick? It's like, I don't know. It's got like stick drift. Let me. There we go. Maybe that fixed it. Yeah, that seems to be better. So essentially, the first thing that I'll do is just remove focus points and path points, because if there's anybody else that did a time lapse over here or any kind of other recording, I don't want my guy to pick up on their path points. And I'm thinking maybe like a top down to keep it simple. Now, there's one thing that's kind of funky, and that is whenever Foxy No-Tail made this to where you can put in the path points, and they have to be entities, which is fine. But the thing is if you put a focus point down like that, and then I were to, oh, let me turn, Alt tab over here, and then I were to come over here and use my shovel. Okay, well, apparently I'm wrong. Before it would not let you like hit the block and break it. So I don't know if that's changed. Maybe it has. Like, see, because there's an entity there, I can't put a block down. Maybe that's what it was. Maybe you could break the blocks, but you couldn't like put a block down. So that's one thing that you got to be careful of, and I'll show you kind of a workaround if you ever plan on doing a time lapse. So back to here, we can remove that point that we just put down, and then we're probably going to want to sleep in the bed real quick. Let me get my other dude. And then whenever we do that, I want to show you guys something too, because there's been something I've been working on. Welcome in, Chef. Welcome to the stream. We are about to record a time lapse of me digging a hole. It should be wonderful. So as far as tutorials coming to the channel, what I wanted to touch base on was, like I said, that lava farm. I really want to get a tutorial done on that. That thing is too awesome of a farm not to have it out into the community. I'm going to be releasing my quad portal gold farm that's fully adjustable and puts out 508 gold blocks per hour, which is insane. And it's great for servers, realms, stuff like that, because you can adjust it and use 1 portal, 2 portal, 3 portal, or 4 portal. That's going to be releasing on the channel here in about 20 minutes at 10 o'clock. So that should hopefully be good to go. I haven't reviewed all the videos, so hopefully I don't miss any editing mistakes or anything like that. But it is a long tutorial. Second thing is I have been putting together a pack, and that pack is a camera pack. So what I wanted to do was add the ability to have these amazing new camera commands into the game. However, I wanted to do it to where people didn't have to have the permission of operator status in order to use it. Because, well, if you have that on the realms, then, you know, if there's not trusted people, realm servers, whatever, if there's not trusted people, then obviously they can cheat, they could do whatever they want to, which takes all the fun out of the game. So what I ended up doing was putting together a pack and doing some coding on the back end to where I can type in-game custom commands. So I can hit period and then help, and that's going to bring up all of your camera commands. And these are all just ones that I have pre-programmed into here for now. I might change this UI to go into a book or something, because if I add more, it's going to get real cluttered real quick. But essentially what it does is you would hit period and CN for camera north, and that's going to put your camera north. CS for camera south, That's going to put your camera south. And camera east, camera west, those do the same thing. SCDN is sky camera down facing north following player. So SCDN, that's going to be sky camera north following player. So you can walk around just like that. However, because it's facing north, is always going to be facing north. It's not going to rotate with the camera. That's due to a limitation of the camera command. And once I learn more about it and continue to play with it, I'm going to be making these even better. Well, that's why I put in the north, south, east, west. So now it's facing south. And then we get some nice comments coming up in chat. That way you can see what it's doing. CTDN is camera tilted down facing north following the player. So CTDN. And I've tried to make these to where they are as easy to remember as possible. I was originally going to do camera 1, camera 2, camera 3, camera 4, but once you get about 20 of them, then you're not going to be able to remember what is what unless you do it for a very long time. CTU is going to be camera tilted up facing north, or north, south, east, or west. So the first is going to be pretty much camera, and then T would be tilted, U or D would be up or down, and then north, south, east, or west. So hopefully that makes sense. But this would be nice for like walking through, to give like a nice display about. Oh, I didn't even know. Thank you, GG. Man, I'm horrible at this streaming thing. Absolutely horrible. Okay, let's go back to the basics. So the help screen is going to bring up all your camera commands, as I just said. And then we would have the, yeah, thank you. No, thank you. You just saved my butt because I didn't even realize that. CN would be camera north. So then you could walk around and it's going to constantly stay facing north. And it's going to also follow the player. And then we also have camera south if you wanted it facing south, east, and west, the whole 9 yards. You can see all the presets up there. If you wanted to do sky camera down facing north or south, you'd basically do period SCDN for north. And then that's going to be sky down facing north. So the camera is always going to be facing north unless you set it to south or set it to east. So that's pretty much how that would work. If you wanted to do south, then you would just change that last one to an S, and now it's facing south. So we could go south this way from the top down if you wanted that view. If you wanted a CTDN, which would be camera tilted down facing north, we could do that. That's going to give it a slight tilt down, kind of run around and play with. And like I said, you could change it throughout the 4 cardinal directions. I'm probably going to add some more coding to it to potentially add the in-between directions like north, south, or northeast, southeast, stuff like that. But that's going to take a little bit of time. I just wanted to get this pack to where I was happy to release it for now, and then I'll be doing some more to it. The camera tilted up, we'll do east for a change. Well, no, that's not going to show any of the buildings, is it? We'll do south, should be, nope, north should be, yes, okay. So this one is probably one of my favorites, to where you can really showcase like some tall buildings, like if you wanted to walk around and walk through them. There is some rendering issues, which is on Mojang's behalf. Let me see if I change that to east, maybe? No. West. Yes. So like if you wanted to showcase like the Pigco there, you could do like a nice little walk scene through it. It does take some learning because controlling your character like this is kind of funky, but pretty cool nonetheless. And then we also have the clear command. So whenever you're done, you just can't hit up due to how the camera command works. So you can't just toggle into like first person, third person. What you have to do is hit period CC, which stands for clear camera, and then you're back to your regular camera, which is pretty neat. So that's a showcase of an add-on that I've been working on, and should have that being released here soon. But like I said, it's going to be very much beta, as I'm still adding more stuff to it. But it will give server owners, ROM owners, stuff like that, the ability to add in some preset camera positions that don't require having the operator tag on your name. Welcome in, Iron. Good to see you. So now that that's out of the way, let's go and switch back to this one. I want to full screen that. And I'm thinking with this time lapse, let's see, I'm going to be digging that out there in this whole area. Try to do like a top down. So from here, we're going to set our path points first. So a path point here. Oh, maybe further this way since we wanted to go that way. And then we're going to come all the way down here and do a path point here. Whenever you're setting these, you have to kind of think about where you're going to be building. I'm just digging this out so there's not anything that's going to be constructed here. Like I said, you can't place down a block over top of a path point. And then what I've learned to do to keep these from actually being a nuisance, hopefully you can see through the screen there, through my pause screen. Can I alt tab and leave that open? Yes, I can. Where's my dude at? At 99,314. Oh, I see him over here. Okay. So what I've learned to do with these is kind of go down. That way it doesn't like change the angle of it. Park my dude over here. Man, it's almost nighttime again. And then I'll go down inside of here and put my focus point down here. Yeah, it should be down there. It's going to be like slightly tilted, but oh well. Good enough. And then you can toggle this to show points and hide the points. This can be kind of finicky. I'll go over that in just a moment. Let me put that dirt back. It'll be a secret. Nobody will know that there's a point down there. I think it took. It said that it took. Sleep real quick. Welcome into the stream, Iron. Good to see you. We are doing fantastic. So, start movement. Yeah, it didn't take. That's weird. I don't know why it did not take. So none of this can be done on an Xbox. You can do it on the Xbox if it is enabled on the server or world that you're joining. You just have to download the pack. The problem with consoles is getting the packs on them. It's a massive pain in the butt. So, okay. Yeah, I said removed existing focus point. Sure, you did. And then if we play it, is it because it's straight down? Maybe that's what it is. Okay, well, we can just do this, I suppose. That probably wouldn't have been the best way of doing it anyways, only because the player would not be rendered. We'll do the good old wrap this thing around and make the viewer dizzy time lapse. I give up on streaming today. Yeah, so what I was just explaining is you want to make sure that the camera is not going too fast. And what happens is if you have your camera guy moving through the sky too quickly, then once you speed that footage up, it's going to basically make the camera move a lot faster than what it is now. And it can lead to like a kind of a nauseating viewing experience and not a really good viewing experience. So you kind of want to guesstimate how long this is going to take and then adjust your camera speed accordingly. And that's only really necessary if you're doing anything other than a stationary camera. So let's it seems like this is breaking slower. I don't know. So on that note, it is better to have if you have to estimate it and you're not sure, it's better to have a slower moving camera than a faster moving camera, because if your camera is too slow, it's just going to look normal to the viewer because that's just what you set it to. If it's too fast, then you're going to be zooming around. Like, it might look fine whenever you're initially setting it up on the game because it's a time lapse, so you're doing this over the course of a long period of time. However, if you I'm trying to think of the proper way to word it. Once you speed it up, it's going to be a lot faster than what you're seeing in game, and then that's when you can get like that nauseating, like, holy cow, the camera's moving so fast. Hopefully that makes sense. Welcome in, Dark. Good to see you. I hope that you are doing well. I need to take a screwdriver and like remove my mute button. The problem is then you guys have to listen to me coughing. Try not to cough inside of there, so then I mute it, and then after that it takes about an hour for you guys to hear me again because I don't realize that it's muted. How far back do we want to go with this? Maybe like connect it across to here. Maybe fill that in. So what do you guys think about all of the updated block breaking speeds? It seems like the grass is slower. Seems like they definitely tweaked it somehow. Chef, do you play on Xbox? Do you play with a controller as well? I believe GG does. Which I think she answered that in chat. I play with a controller as well. With my health problems, I run into like a bunch of muscle weakness. So the controller really helps. Which is kind of odd because like whenever I'm typing and stuff like that, I don't really run into any problems. But if I'm like keeping my hands in like a repetitive position, then I'll run into kind of issues with like my hands cramping and stuff like that. So I just prefer a controller for that reason. Yeah, so Gigi, like she said, she typically plays on Xbox. She has one of those newfangled overpowered Xboxes. So she absolutely loves playing on that, and then she basically transfers all of her stuff via a external capture card, I believe, and records it simultaneously on her video or on her computer. I've tried to make her come, well, not make her, I've tried to convince her to come to the dark side and join the PC players, but I guess everybody has their personal preferences. What level do we want this to stay at? Do we want to come down to that level? Yeah, probably. Probably. Welcome in, Incarceron. If you guys are not familiar with Incarceron, he is one of our newest members on the Project Bedrock server. And if you missed the beginning of the stream, we did also get 2 additional members, which is very exciting. It always feels like Christmas whenever we get some more people to torture. Play with on the server. Always feels like Christmas whenever we get new people. So we're very glad to have them. Those new people are, if you missed it, Sinob, I believe. Hopefully I'm pronouncing that correctly. And also, GG might have to help me out with this one again. It's adequate, merely adequate, I think is what it is. It'll take me a little bit to learn it. Is it me or is daytime just flying by? I love getting new members too. Getting a little bit of block lag. Alright, from the massive amounts of dirt that I'm leaving all over the place. Welcome in, Sunflower. All of my usuals are beginning to pop in here because it's about 10 a.m. I did post on my Discord, on my personal Discord, that I was going to start about an hour early just because I got a doctor's appointment coming up and a really busy day. I got a couple vehicles that I have to do some repairs on. Why am I getting phantoms? Okay, so that's broken. So we have the new player percentage sleeping. And I'm actually sleeping through the night. And I should only get phantoms 3 nights after I don't sleep. So I don't know why my insomnia is not resetting. Probably because of Bedrock. You guys want to see a crazy bug that me and Sonobe found? It does involve flying a little bit. I have the worst problem with getting distracted and deviated from my task. And I think a lot of that has to do with like grindy bits. Like I hate doing grindy bits. So I'm always looking for a reason to fly away. But yeah, this was I believe this was introduced on the new 1.20.30 update. And it's not a huge deal to us because we don't really use maps. If you guys ever wonder why there's like moments of my time lapse to where I just up and leave, this is why. This is it. Yeah, here it is. So this is C Monstera's old base. He is a old member that is no longer on the server. And I was showing this to Sonobe last night because this base, we pretty much allow people to come here, take whatever they want, or if they wish to claim it, they're more than welcome to claim it. Just because he's no longer on the server. But for whatever reason, we came over here and we moved this map. And now, that's weird. Now it's not doing it. I wonder why. So, anytime that we rotated this map, the entire world stopped working. And it wasn't just client side. It affected all of the players that were within simulation distance of this map. So whenever we rotated it, everything froze. The nether portals would freeze, like the particles would freeze. All of the players that were trying to move would freeze. But for whatever reason, it's not doing it anymore. But I have not seen that bug. So I'm assuming that it was introduced recently. Oh. Yeah, like I said, I'm just going to give up streaming. Sorry, guys. I'm horrible at this. I think I just have too much other stuff on my mind. That and too many different screen switches. So I'm no longer going to keep it on that. So I guess let me go back and show you guys. Well, I really don't have to. So essentially there was a map on the wall. And man, you guys should have let me know sooner that you were just staring at the time-lapse screen. Essentially there was a map on the wall, and every time that you would rotate it, it would basically freeze the game for like a second until that map finished rotating. It would totally lock up the entire screen, and like it would affect all of the people that were around that map. But we were kind of like doing experiments, and I got him to go out of simulation distance of it, and it would not affect him anymore. Really, really weird. And I do apologize for the airheadedness with all of the camera views and stuff. I do apologize. That is my bad. I need to try to glance over at the OBS every once in a while just to make sure it's recording what I want to. I'm gonna take a peek at chat. Add everybody in here. Sunflower, Chef Sunshine, and Carceron, GG. I'm glad that all of you guys are here hanging out with me, watching me slowly beat my head up against the wall while trying to properly stream. what I was going to say, what do you guys think about the block breaking? What's going on with that water? That's weird. You guys like the changes? Do you not like the changes? From my understanding with the obsidian, they're still deciding whether or not they want to keep it easy to break like Bedrock Edition, or if they want to make it hard to break like Java Edition. And we can probably take our guesses which way that's going to go. Let me take a moment and set this video to public. And public. I can finally release this. This video has been sitting inside of my my content folder for like a week, but because they put copyright claims on it, I couldn't release it. Because it's all the YouTube automated system. Even though I have 100% rights to the song, but it's still very annoying. Like, you put so much work into a video and then you're excited to release it, and it's like, oh, copyright. No, I have rights to this. But because it's an automated system, there's really no way of it knowing. There is a little thing inside of the bottom left corner that you might have noticed. It's a donation goal. Nobody's under any kind of obligation to donate, but I am trying to work towards getting the DaVinci Resolve Premium, which has a pricey price tag of $300. So I'm, like I said, saving up, working towards that. That way I can make better, faster videos with more effects and all that good stuff. Like I said, nobody is obligated to donate, but if anybody does, it is greatly appreciated, and any amount helps. And if you wish to do that, you can hit that thanks button down below the live stream. And then there's also the Patreon as well. If you are interested in becoming a Patreon, then you can hit the explanation Patreon in chat. It'll bring up the Patreon URL. You can sign up there, you get a bunch of cool perks, and also become part of the Patreon only Discord server, Patreon only Bedrock server that you can join and play on, and several other perks. I am going to be hopefully soon sitting down and redoing not so much to Patreon. I might add a few things to Patreon, we'll have to see. But I'm going to be adding in the YouTube membership service, so you'll be able to become a channel member if you want. And it's pretty much going to be identical to the Patreon, just on YouTube. I believe YouTube does take a little bit more of a cut on it. So that's Google for you. Excuse me, horse. Trying to take all your grass. Something that me and Sanope were talking about last night whenever he was doing the tour of the server, he brought up a really good point with recording. You remember, GG, where we were talking about like doing a universal symbol so everybody would know that somebody's recording? Well, he brought up the good idea, which I didn't even think of, is making a resource pack or a texture pack to where you can put like a command in chat, and then it would just put like a red dot next to your name, which I was like, why didn't I think of that? So I don't know if that's a project that he's going to undertake, or if it's something that I'm going to start working on, or if it's going to be like a collaboration. Shouldn't be too big of a deal to program it in, just like a custom command controller, and then essentially just put in a texture file. So we'll have to see. But I thought that it was a really cool idea that he had. And it would be really handy. Really, really handy. Let's see, get caught up on chat real quick. The boats were on that list. So do the boats break faster now? Boats realistically needed to have that changed a long time ago, in my opinion. Because boats literally had like the same hit points as the player. Are they worse now? Jeez. I had to beat the brakes off that thing. Oh, they weren't on the list. Yeah, okay. That makes sense. Things seem like it took more. Yeah, I mean, the pistons are nice. That's something that needed to be done for a long time. Oh yeah, no, I was just trying to punch it. Get some frustrations out. Anybody need any dirt? Should I go down one more layer? Maybe not. I want to have some depth. I have the worst habit of building on flat ground. Like, I'll build everything on flat ground and then I have like no opportunity for depth. Because you can't really go down, but you can go up. If that makes any kind of sense at all. Hit it with your sword. Hit it with your purse. Not to borrow yours, I don't have one. Not unless I have my wife's. So, I think at this point we can grab a web browser. I'm gonna have so much to cut out of this time lapse, I swear. Okay, so let's put this here. Minimize that. Open up plot.uk. Well, that wasn't where I wanted to go. Maybe if I Google it. Oh, it's consent required. I guess I'll consent since I have no choice. And then let's put that on. Nope, that is definitely not what I wanted to do. Let's do this monitor. So many moving parts. Okay, so if I forget to change the screen, guys, yell at me. Throw something at me. Apparently I'm about to be attacked by creepers and phantoms. So let me do this real quick. Let me give it the old fly away and despawn. Oh, it's not going to despawn because my other player's there. Okay, we'll come over here on top of the town hall where it's nice and safe. And then bring this back up. So we want to do an ellipse. If you guys are unfamiliar with plots, it's absolutely amazing. Just type in plots into the web address. Then you don't have to really think about building anything round. You just adjust it as needed. I can't really remember what size I had before. Probably want to go with an odd number like that. So let's see what a 17 by 17 would be like. That'd be 17 across. Let me use these blocks since they have a hard border to them. And I should probably roughly mark out the center. Probably like there-ish. That'd be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that should be 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. And then try on this side. 17. Yeah, that would make for a pretty decent sized hole. Gigi says, I got to take my rescue kit into the vet, so I'll be out and then in and out for a bit. Oh, I'm sorry about that, Gigi. I just rescued a bird last night. I'll have to send you pictures of it. It was a little finch. She flew into the glass sliding door and knocked himself silly. And I had to basically take him in. Had my wife, which my wife's a vet tech, so she looked him over and gave the go ahead. And this morning he was a lot more chirpy, I should say, and a lot more spry. So I had to catch him in the bathroom. He wanted to do multiple laps around the bathroom. Picture me chasing him around in circles inside of the bathroom. It was a lot of fun. The curtain rod, the shower curtain rod was really popular for him, and yeah, he was pretty much back to normal. Yesterday he was kind of acting odd, like didn't try to bite me or peck me or anything like that. Wasn't really chirping. He probably had quite the headache, but I wanted to mainly make sure that his beak wasn't broken from flying into it and that he was able to eat, because I didn't want to release him where he would just go out and starve. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Counting with build. 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That should be good. And then on plots, it'd be 2 this way. And then 1, 2. 1, 1, 1, 2. So that pattern all the way around. Beautiful. So that's going to be the circle that I have to mine down under. I think that should be big enough. I hope that's big enough, or else I'm going to have to do a lot more digging. Yeah, I think I should be fine. So the blackstone blocks seem like they're faster than mine, or maybe it's because it's kind of hard to tell because I have haste, but they do seem like they are faster. TNT, yeah, well, I thought about TNT. That's what I originally blew up the hole with, but I don't want to clean up. I would rather just dig it out. The problem is that I got about 10 minutes before I have to call it, because like I said, I got a doctor's appointment. So let's go ahead and change this camera angle. I'm done with plots. I can exit out of that. This one can go back to my other monitor. Oh, I didn't realize that it had... Oh, wait, no. That's only going to be on the live stream, so we're good. And then we need to change our camera angle. So, stop the path. Clear all of the path points, focus points. I like to do that a few times just to make sure. And then I think with this one, I might just do like a static, not really moving. And then I can always add a zoom or whatnot on the extra camera side, or the editing side rather. We'll alt tab that. And then instead of you guys having to watch me through that, just hide that. And then at least get the hole started. Okay, I think that should be wide enough. I mean, once I dig most of this out, it's going to be easy. If I need to make it one wider, I can just come back here and basically run a ring around it. Make it a little wider. Not a big deal. So does any of the Project Bedrock members need any stone or cobblestone? If not, I'm just going to leave this despawning. I almost feel like because this is such a small area that I should probably just dig straight down. Probably break my face in the process. What's the worst that could happen? There we go. Got to do that like 700 more times. Probably break my boot. Break my boots. The worst part would be like these little janky bits. Maybe I can do like 2 at a time. Make it more efficient. Ah! Uh-oh. Yeah, I foresee myself dying doing this. He just wanted to dig a hole. That's all he wanted to do. And here he lies. In the graveyard from going splat. See him. Oh, I'm breaking all of the stuff that's going to catch me and keep me from dying. He'll be fine, yeah, famous last words. Ah! Then I do live. Make it all the way to the bottom, only for a creeper to blow me up. Look at all those phantoms. Ridiculous. Get out of here. Nobody even likes you guys. Oh no. No, no, no. Could be a bench over here that I can sleep on. Okay, so the player's sleep percentage does not reset the insomnia. Need to figure that out. Now it's raining. Get out of here, zombie. Yeah, how you like that sunlight? No! This is Sparta! He got what he deserved. Yep. That was a long way down. Ow. We're kind of at the point in the season where we really don't need materials. So yet I spend several hours digging a giant hole, building a new shop to sell materials. Yeah, I don't mind. It's more so just to build a shop. I like building stuff, and I really need to get better at it. So give me a nice little project to work on. Add to my already very, very long list of projects to work on. Yeah, boy. I think I should be fine. Like gambling with your life. Should go back to the old one-person sleep. Well, that was the main reason why I wanted to do the new one, was hoping that it would fix the weather issues and the phantom issues. But because it's not, I mean, I don't know, it's very aggravating. I just wish Mojang would take more time to polish their stuff. Like, everybody gets super excited whenever they say that they're bringing a new feature to the game. Everybody gets so excited, and then it's like they're constantly coming up short. Now, I'm not saying that in a mean way. I'm just saying that from, you know, my experience of seeing them over the years. And it really does suck. I mean, if they spent more time polishing features, it'd be so much better. Be amazing. Absolutely. I'm gonna die. Absolutely amazing. Thanks for the sub, Mockbar. That's why I've been saying for the longest time that, you know, I don't have to repeat myself. You guys already know what I'm going to say. They need to just do an update that is just polishing on it. And that's what I was really hoping this Better Together update would be. And it was, in a sense. To be fair, they did really work on a lot of stuff, get a lot of the bugs and stuff out. But, ooh, apparently I already did that one. But I feel like they're constantly adding in new things. And it's adding bugs at a much faster rate than what they're fixing them. And I think that's ultimately going to push people away from Minecraft. Especially whenever you get into like redstone bugs, stuff like that. I mean, there's nothing more frustrating than spending hours upon hours building something only to realize that you can't make it work because of a bug. You know, the piglin bartering farm was like that for a long time because the hoppers wouldn't pick it up. And that thing puts out, you know, close to 100,000 items per hour. So it's not like you could just put a chest under there. I mean, you could, but it's not going to be proper. It's not going to work the way that you want it to. Well, you basically spend, you know, I probably had, in designing it, probably 30-40 hours in that farm. And then probably like 20-30 until I got to the point to where I had to redesign the item collection system. But the point being is I would not have had to redesign that collection system if it worked the way that it was intended to work, but the bug kept it from working. So it's very annoying when stuff like that happens. Alright guys, I think I'm going to call the stream there. Like I said, it's going to be a shorter stream today, unfortunately, because I have a doctor's appointment and a whole bunch of other stuff to go to. So, yeah, I'm going to call it there. And if you are new to the channel, then I typically will stream every Tuesday at 10 a.m. EST. Today I started streaming a little bit early because of what I said, having a doctor's appointment, stuff like that. Don't mind me just stealing more rockets from my shop. But yeah, I typically will stream 10 a.m. EST. So if you are not busy then, come and hang out with me. It's always a pleasure to have you guys on the stream. With that being said, thank you guys for hanging out, and I will see you guys next time. Have a good day.